atmosphere here is fantastic. The sun's just come up and everyone no doubt was up before the sun came up, so it's a bit of an adventure. You rock up and you're with 400 of your best mates having a coffee before the race.
Grateful for the hospitality that Manly Wharf and the Bavarians have offered us over the last few years.
So scenic. You're starting near the Sydney Harbour Bridge, Opera House, going around. The waterway's just absolutely spectacular. Sydney Harbour's stunning, wonderful part of the world.
Bridge to Beach vibe, it's the final race of the Australian Ocean Racing Series. It's an incredible place to paddle. It's always fun, it's always fast, there's no lying about that. You're just going to hurt for 50 odd minutes or so, depending on the conditions.
It's an experience. It's sort of like a bucket list race. You know, you're starting under the bridge and there's probably 50 stand-ups. All the people crammed on a little reserve, and then they get in the water, taking turns. Everyone's really polite, and it's a good vibe. And the race gun goes off, and it's game on, and you sort of forget about what else is going on. You're just in the zone, you're racing, and it's a really cool race.
OC1 Plastics and Girls Ski to be on the line.
I was lucky enough to wrap up the series in 20 beaches last year, so I did make the promise that if I wrapped it up, I'd go on the double with Earl. Sometimes you think it's going to be easier, and as soon as the gun goes, you're racing.
The doubles definitely changed what I thought the race was going to be. I thought it was going to be a pack race, but it turned out that I could get on with the double skis, sat on their wash for as long as I could. It pulled me away from the other single paddlers.
It's a pretty frantic start because there's only a very narrow gap that 400 people have to filter through to get out onto the water. So we had some beautiful stuff out there, a big ship in the middle of the course, and the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge and all those things that make Sydney Harbour so attractive.
It's unreal being back in Sydney. It's the first time I've raced anywhere near the harbour, and it's a flat race, so it's a really technical race. Technical in terms of race plan and race strategy, and I had a plan and I was sticking to it, and then the boys sort of came past pretty close and tried to split us, and so that plan went out the window. Basically just had to put my head down. Gemma got a really strong paddler, got away a little bit.
So this race started our national series in Australia, so this was our very first race. We've had this bridge to beach concept for probably 15 or 16 years now, and the beauty of this event is we try and pitch it to the people that want to get into paddling, because with the exception of maybe 1.5 kilometres through the course, it's predominantly pretty flat. The distance is definitely doable for most paddlers, and also the type of water you're on is doable for most paddlers as well.
It's a really great intermediate race, and for anyone out there that thinks that they want to get into ocean racing, it's a perfect stepping stone into the bigger races such as the Doctor, because it's only 10 kilometres, it's warm water and everything like that. So if you get the chance to come along and do this race, it's definitely one to do. It's just iconic, really.
Great buzz out there, lots of different categories, lots of young kids doing it this year, which I hadn't noticed before. It's a great lead-in race, really, really good fun and really well organised.
This is one of my favourite races, I think, because it's very kind of community, and you've got people of all abilities out there. You just have everyone there. You see people equally excited to be racing as those who are the elites, and I think that's quite unique.
The great thing about ocean ski paddling is everyone, doesn't matter if you're like us, elite, or you're just learning to paddle, everyone gets the same start and it's a race to the other end. So I think It's a great sport how everyone can be included and then everyone can talk about the race. It doesn't matter how fast you were, everyone's got a race within the race. Flat conditions which made for hard paddling, but also it took that element of the runs and everything out of it, so it tends to just be a grind, and I quite enjoy that, the toughness and the hardness of the race.
The doubles were a good race between the Newport guys, you know, Jake Rees and Greg Tobin versus Luke Jones and Mitchell Trim.
It's always tough paddling with the doubles, and the doubles here is, I think in the recent years, has been quite a prestigious event. We all start at the same time, so it's sort of interesting off the start. They're incredibly fast, so we try and hang on for as long as we can. I was with them and so was Tommy, and then I got caught by Valentine, Noah and Oscar, and we were in a little bit of a ding-dong battle there, and I think I was lucky to just hang on, to be honest.
Starting off the race, I knew that we were starting with a double, so they were a good wash to get on. So I took it out pretty easy, just chilling back, because I knew it was going to be a good sprint towards the end. So I found myself on a good wash, stayed there until about 5k, then tried to put a bit of a kick in. Got out behind Tom, but in my own water, and then Mac caught up to me.
Finishing at Manly Wharf, such an iconic place to finish, and you know, we've had great support from the Wharf and then also from the Bavarian over the years. It's nice that people can finish their paddle and go back to a great place, and just this environment. Manly's such a great place. Makes it very, very easy for us to run this race.
Although it's the end of the series, it's like the start of the new season now. So last season was good, had some good results. So excited about what this year brings. I feel good. I've got a good training group at home and good support with Dean and Fen. So I'm excited about this season, and it all starts in Molokai as the next race for me.
That last 3k, me and Mac were just going for it head and toe, and then when we came into the beach, got the last little sprint on, just got out in front, and I was able to run up by myself. So yeah, it's a tight race, but it was a good one.
It was brilliant. It was fantastic. It's absolutely stunning and just a beautiful race.
Bridge to Beach, unreal race today. Great way to wrap up the Australian Ocean Racing Series of 2020.